Good evening, President Turner, Provost Porter, trustees, members of the administration, faculty, staff, graduates, and guests. It is my great pleasure to welcome you to the 2025 commencement exercises at Lasell University. Before we begin with our program, please remember to turn off all cell phone ringers and alerts. Please remain standing for the national anthem and the invocation, which will be delivered by Reverend Matthew Carricker from the United Parish of Auburndale.
Dear friends, peace to you. It is so good that you are here. We gather today as people of many faiths and traditions to celebrate our graduates. Graduates, today we celebrate you. We celebrate the unique contribution that only you can have in this world. Wherever you end up, I invite you to remember the wisdom of teachers and prophets from all ages and traditions and religions who taught that knowledge without love is bankrupt. Graduates, use the wisdom you've gained for the greater good of humanity. Use your gifts and talents in the service of a cause larger than yourselves. Seek to live with justice, compassion, humility, and love. Don't wait for someone else to change the world. Become the change you wish to see. Begin the task of repairing our world that longs for your passion and energy. Keep asking where your deep joy and the world's great need intersect. And with all that you've been given, go forth from here as instruments of peace, understanding, and a sustainable, equitable world for all. Oh, and don't forget to take care of yourselves. And may the God we know by many names be with you all and give you peace, courage, and bread for your journey. Amen.
Please be seated. I'll give you a moment to get organized. Dr. Crossley, Chairman DeRoche, trustees, faculty, staff, other guests, and graduates. I add my welcome to you on this glorious, happy day. To you graduates, I also offer congratulations. So now what? You made it through all those academic assignments. You have acquired a body of knowledge, bachelor's and master's. Now it's time to go. Time to take all of what you learned and experienced and get a job, get a new job, run for that promotion, continue your education, or other pursuit. Now, I've spoken before about Mark Twain's comment, quote, "The two most important days in your life are the day you were born and the day you find out why," close quote. Now, I absolutely love that quote. The two most important days, the day you were born and the day you find out why you were born. Now, I've got a whole story here which I'm not going to tell, but I will tell you this. I spent a little time on Monday listening to musician, jazz trumpeter, professor, and all sorts of other things, Wynton Marsalis. He's a 9-time Grammy Award winner, and he has some very strong opinions, but some wonderful opinions about things to do and how to conduct yourself and how to go through life. And I'm going to tell you that the bottom line of what he said is that he learned a lot from his father. He learned some very important lessons. Maybe the greatest one was humility. Maybe the second greatest one was what it takes to really be good at what you do. And so much of that is not limited to learning about music, which he clearly did, but is about learning how to be yourself, how to put yourself into what you do, into your work product. We all learn how to do things. We all learn how to model after people or chase after people who model for us. But to do things your way is your gift to this world. So I just cut out about 2 pages of speech, by the way, telling you that. So let me tell you this. You're heading out into a world that's evolving, and probably evolving faster than it ever has in the history of this planet. And that's no reason to be afraid. Step out, looking at this moment to mix it up. Apply your talent in a way that fits the moment. It may require a bit of invention and admission that you don't have all the answers, but that's okay. One of the points of the Wynton Marsalis story was to try your hardest to recognize what you don't know and use that knowledge and experience you have acquired with humility. Along the way, ask for help, partner with others, collaborate with folks who have different strengths than your own. And remember, no one accomplishes anything on their own. And so thinking you know it all is one of the gravest mistakes you can make. So continue to learn. Young Wynton Marsalis thought he had made it, but he needed more. There are a number of other takeaways I could enumerate here: embracing failure, values by which to live, kindness, importance of community, the wealth in helping others, teamwork, etc. However, there is not enough time and there's too much water to address these. And I'm sure you already practice them. So instead, I want to urge you to go forward from here, take these and other things we modeled and taught you, and make your piece of the world a better place. That really is what an education is for. That is a big part of your why, whenever you figure it out. So be well, don't be a stranger, and remember, your lasers forever. All the best. Take care.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Dr. Crystal Porter. I'm the Provost and Vice President of Academic Affairs. Thank you. It is my pleasure to introduce our graduate speaker today, Rachel Sanchez. Rachel will be receiving her Master's of Education. She is a shining example of passion, dedication, and perseverance. A proud resident of Boston, she has spent the last few years honing her skills and deepening her commitment to special education. She currently works at the Bowen Elementary School in Newton, where she's making a lasting impact in the classroom. Please help me in welcoming Rachel Sanchez.
Thank you, Dr. Porter, and thank you to all the distinguished guests, families, loved ones, and friends who are here today. Everyone looks fantastic. It is my honor to deliver this commencement address to all of you. My name is Rachel Sanchez, and I am a proud member of the Office of English Language Acquisition, OELA cohort, receiving a master's in special education for moderate disabilities today. I would like to take a moment to express my deepest gratitude to someone who played a pivotal role in my journey, Dr. Diana Guzzi, the principal at Bowen Elementary School. Dr. Guzzi took a chance on me, and I will forever be thankful for the opportunity she gave me. Your kind of support is rare, and it means the world to me. She placed me in an incredible co-taught classroom that truly deepened my passion for special education. It was there that I had the privilege of working alongside my teaching practitioner, Kathleen Reaver. Kathleen, I cannot thank you enough. Your guidance, patience, and expertise taught me more than I ever imagined possible. You inspire me every single day, and I will carry every lesson with me as I move forward in my profession. Whew. Graduates, we did it. We crushed it. We are standing here today exactly where we envisioned ourselves, accepting the degrees we've worked so tirelessly for. Take this moment to truly celebrate yourselves. This is a monumental accomplishment, and you should be so proud. Completing a graduate degree isn't just the final paper or exam, it's about showing up every day, no matter the challenges, and continuing to push forward. Family, today is not only a milestone for us, the graduates, but also for the parents and families. This is a celebration of the hard work, dedication, and love they've shown us, helping us reach this point. We share this accomplishment with you too. Your belief in us has been our purpose, our reason why. You all supported us from home, and personally, I wouldn't be standing here today without the unwavering loyalty, encouragement, and love of my foundation, my family, and my safe space. Earning a master's degree in less than 24 months wouldn't have been possible without their support. Faculty, thank you. I still remember one of our initial Zoom meetings with Professor Claudia Rinaldi and Professor Elizabeth Hartman. They said to us very directly, this is going to be a tremendous amount of work. If you don't use your resources and stay organized, you will struggle. Stay focused on your end goal and remember to lean on each other and your professors when you need support. Looking back, I can say with certainty that we took that advice to heart and made it here today. No matter which professor relayed the message, they all went above and beyond to support us here at Lasell University. This experience has expanded my perspective and helped me realize that our growth is shaped by the collective strength of everyone we meet along the way. Fellow graduates, I'm sure we can look side to side and agree that we all played those pivotal roles for one another. Thank you for allowing me to be vulnerable with you and for offering your help with no questions asked. You've become an extended family, and I'll be forever grateful for your support. Tim Cook once said, "If you do what you love, you'll never work a day in your life." But then he went on to say, that's a total crock. You'll work harder than you ever thought possible, but the tools will feel light in your hands. This resonates deeply with me. Yes, we will work harder than we ever imagined, but the tools we've gained from Lasell University will carry us forward. They equipped us with not only the technical skill, but also the personal resilience to face whatever challenges lie ahead. We've learned that the true value of education isn't just in what we've learned, but in how it prepares us to tackle the world head on with confidence and purpose. As we stand at the edge of this next chapter, let us remember that our journey doesn't end here today. This accomplishment is just the beginning. We've proven to ourselves that we are capable of overcoming challenges, pushing boundaries, and achieving things we thought impossible. We've earned this moment, but we're also ready for what comes next. Whether we're stepping into new careers, continuing our education, or embarking on any other path, let us take us the tools, knowledge, and resilience we've gained. More importantly, let us carry forward the sense of community and support we found in one another. Here's to the future, to the challenges ahead, and to all the incredible possibilities that await us. Congratulations, class of 2025, we did it.
Thank you, Rachel. Though her work has brought her into living rooms around the country, Callie Crossley calls Massachusetts home. A graduate of Wellesley College, Callie is a distinguished journalist, an in-demand speaker, and a respected commentator who regularly appears on national and regional programs from CNN's Reliable Sources, the PBS NewsHour, and Public Radio International's The Takeaway, to WGBH Radio's Morning Edition, Under the Radar with Callie Crossley, and The Culture Show. She hosted WGBH TV's public affairs program, Basic Black, the longest-running program on public television, focusing on the interests and experiences of people of color. A former ABC News producer, Callie spent 13 years reporting on health and medical stories for the primetime news magazine 2020. No stranger to college and university campuses, she is a Woodrow Wilson Visiting Fellow who lectures about media literacy, media and politics, and the intersection of race, gender, and the media. She has 2 Harvard fellowships from both the Nieman Foundation for Journalism and the Institute of Politics at the John F. Kennedy School of Government. She produced the Oscar-nominated film, Eyes on the Prize, America's Civil Rights Years, which earned her a National Emmy and the Alfred I. DuPont Columbia Award. For her work on Boston Public Radio, she received the Associated Press, Edward R. Murrow, and Clarion Awards for writing, producing, and co-hosting the radio documentary Witness to History, WGBH's 1963 coverage of the March on Washington. It is indeed my honor and distinct privilege to welcome to the podium Lasell's 2025 graduate commencement speaker, Callie Crossley.
President Turner, members of the Lasell Senior Leadership Team, family supporters, and the class of 2025 graduates. I'm honored to be your commencement speaker and thrilled that the invitation came from President Eric Turner, who I have known for most of my life. Our beloved mothers, both gone now, were dear, dear friends. So we grew up visiting each other's homes frequently. It would be rare for many months to pass by without some interaction with the Turners. I saw a lot of Eric and his brothers, especially his brother Ray, since we were close in age, and later his younger sisters. That closeness continued until we all headed off to college, me to Wellesley, Eric to Harvard. I went back home to Memphis after graduation to start my TV journalism career, and he headed off to the world of investment banking. The next time we connected in Boston, I was flying around the country working for ABC News 2020, and he was working for the Mass State Lottery. Who could have predicted that many, many years after we played together as kids, I would be invited to this podium under his presidency? Your life can take so many twists and turns, and you can still end up on the same stage as a childhood friend. I just know that on this Friday before Mother's Day, somewhere, Callie Crossley and Allegra Turner, sisters of the heart, are beaming. You know, you're faced with a double duty as a commencement speaker. We're supposed to bring all the joy to the celebration because you want to celebrate. You wouldn't be sitting here in this rain if you weren't ready to celebrate. I get that. And I'm here for it. But the truth is, this is also a downbeat moment. IRL, it's grim. That's in real life for those people who don't get that slang shortcut. So I'm going to talk to you like the adults you are, the ones who managed a full plate of classwork and research, practicums and internships, experiences foundational to the Lasell curriculum, all while managing everything else in your life. In this crowd are soon-to-be professionals in the fields of education, business, human resources, corporate communication, public and community health, criminal justice, hospitality, and sports management. Lasell's broad menu of academic courses and professional experiences have set you up for your career path. You know your stuff, and you're ready to get going to do the work. You are now, no doubt, however, very aware that there have been big changes in almost all of your fields of study. There is no Department of Education. Bots are performing certain communication tasks. Hedge funds probably own most of the hospitality businesses around the world. And in sports, college athletes can market their images. These are major upheavals. Not only that, you're heading out into a world that has fundamentally changed in just the 2 years or more you've been working on your advanced degrees. There have been massive shifts in politics, culture, religion, even landscapes. We don't know the full impact of the huge global events that have occurred recently, as recently as the last few months and weeks, like the back and forth military attacks exchanged between Pakistan and India, two nations armed with nuclear weapons, tariff hikes that have sent the stock market into a financial frenzy and ratcheted up supermarket prices, historic weather events, well, we could call this one, from epic floods to massive tornadoes, leveling communities across the nation, even the unexpected installation of a new pope. What's worse, all of it is happening against a backdrop of massive uncertainty. It reminds me of what former U.S. Secretary Donald Rumsfeld once described as the known unknowns. Now, be clear, I'm not given to quoting Secretary Rumsfeld, but in this case, his words seem appropriate. The known unknowns, Secretary Rumsfeld explained, are things we know, and the ones we don't know, we know. Here's how that observation applies to you. First, the known unknowns. You know you are heading into a fiercely competitive job market, even fiercer than back in my day. What's different now is that you're entering a marketplace redefining itself amid a technological revolution, a fast-moving revolution, so fast that last week's popular technology platform is near obsolete by the time it's in wide use. The CEO of a company called Fiverr Marketplace expressed this in his recent comments. Fiverr is a freelance services marketplace that matches its freelancers to people or businesses looking for services. Now, CEO Misha Kaufman sent out an email to his employees warning, artificial intelligence, AI, is coming for your job. He did clarify that also he meant AI was coming for his job too. Kaufman explained that his message was meant to make his employees understand how fast AI tools are reshaping how work gets done and how it is set to replace humans faster than the experts initially thought. As reported by the Mint website, Kaufman listed certain professions he said were most at risk: programmers, designers, product managers, lawyers, customer support people, salespeople, and finance professionals. But he also emphasized that no business would be untouched, saying, this is about every company and every industry. Now, it's not that other people haven't been saying what he said. No one has said it as bluntly and as unsentimentally as he. His letter, which was a statement about the known unknowns, captured headlines, however. He said he wasn't trying to scare employees, but to push them to master these tools. Will that ensure job protection, at least for some? Maybe. Think about this. Most of you, I want to repeat that, most of you will end up working in jobs and fields that do not exist right now. Let that sink in. So the second part of Secretary Rumsfeld's statement about known unknowns, as he says, there are things we don't know we know. What you don't know is you already are prepared for this, because what you learned here in the Lasell classroom with the guided experiences, the guided work experiences, has given you an edge, a way to stand out in the midst of chaos and uncertainty. But you can't wait until what doesn't exist becomes real. Now, on her Instagram, Lasell's own provost and vice president of academic affairs, Dr. Crystal Porter, quotes John Wooden, one of the country's most winning coaches. He says, when opportunity comes, it's too late to prepare. But I'm gonna tell you, like the old folks say, if you stay ready, you don't have to get ready. And second, you are ready. Graduates, you've spent the last years honing your expertise in various fields while at the same time sharpening your portfolio skills. Now, what do I mean by that? Those are the transferable skills like critical thinking, communication, and problem solving. Those are arguably the best evidence that you are capable of what? Pivoting, adapting, and innovating. Look at you now, pivoting, adapting, and innovating. Out here with these umbrellas sitting under here, the pouch of the ponchos. More, your portfolio of transferable skills is foundational in a rapidly evolving technological world. A year ago, President Eric Turner said in an interview, on this planet, you evolve or die. The headhunters are searching for the people who can evolve creatively and boldly and purposefully, and that can be you. When you keep your portfolio skills sharp, you are always relevant and on top of your game. I actually find it easy to identify the people in the workplace using those portfolio skills. They have a quiet confidence in their abilities. I'm saying this now that even if they suffer imposter syndrome, and who doesn't every now and then, but most of the time they move with purposeful intentionality, already 2 steps ahead in thinking about how to adapt. Now, that leads me to one of the third points I want to make. You should know a grown-up is an employee to be treasured. More valued than some of the athletes who were recently first draft picks for the NFL and NBA. Being a grown-up is a shorthand for self-starter, a creative thinker, a mature individual who will find a solution to the problem before taking it to the boss. That is music. No, that's a symphony to the ears of a potential employer. Now, I know this because I'm often asked to be a job reference. It's usually for people being considered for what would be a transformative move, taking them to the next level. Let me just say, you would want me to be your reference. I just know how to highlight all of your career talents and the personal characteristics that show your drive and creativity. By the end of our conversations, recruiters can't help themselves. They're excited about what I've told them about your talent and work ethic. But what really closes the deal is at the end, when they ask if there is anything else I might add. And here's where my high school theater training kicks in. I say yes, and humbly offer a preamble to what I'm about to say by explaining that it's not a skill per se, but I say Jane Doe or John Doe, slight dramatic pause for effect, is a grown-up. Oh my God, at that point, they unfailingly squeal with delight because being a grown-up is a treasured thing. One final thing, and I'm gonna have to pause a minute because I left half my sheet on the thing. This is pivoting and adapting. I'll be right back. This is what happens when you bring stuff in the rain. All righty. Hold that thought, because I really want you to get this final thing. The president introduced it a bit in his remarks, but in addition to staying ready and honing your transferable skills and being a grown-up, I urge you to spend some serious time identifying your core principles, your values. What you will hold on to when the winds change and the temptation to go against those values or just to go along to get along is strong. I'm not a saint, and I appreciate being on the salary continuation plan. But the ever-evolving, fast-moving times guarantees that I'm tested constantly and that you'll be tested. And sometimes you may be the only one speaking up. In the words of the Reverend Martin Luther King Jr., cowardice asks the question, is it safe? Expediency asks the question, is it politic? Vanity asks the question, is it popular? But conscience asks the question, is it right? And there comes a time when one must take a position that is neither safe, nor a politic, nor a popular, but one must take it because it is right. I believe an important part of your personal portfolio is a moral core. That too is being a grown-up. The next few years will likely continue to be uncertain. In a world defined by change, you have the transferable skills to learn more and reach further, to stay flexible and adapt. That is your advantage. So graduates, go forward, because class of 2025, the world doesn't need people who can just keep up with change. It needs people who can be the change and shape it. Congratulations.
I've asked Callie to stay up here, and I'm asking Chair DeRoche to join me at the podium. I don't know about you, but I still got a lot of wisdom out of those remarks, and I hope you did too, because she's got a lot of wisdom there, and she only gave you a little bit of it. Callie Crossley, you are a distinguished reporter and documentarian, an in-demand speaker, and a respected commentator who continues to contribute to the national conversation. A skilled writer and producer, you have covered wide-ranging issues from healthcare to art and culture to the Black experience in America. You bring clarity, insight, and a steadfast commitment to the facts in all that you do. No stranger to college and university campuses, you freely share your ideas about media literacy, politics, and the intersection of race, gender, and media with the next generation of journalists. You have been recognized by your peers with an Oscar nomination, a National Emmy, and the Alfred I. DuPont Columbia, Associated Press, Edward R. Murrow, and Clarion Awards. In a rapidly changing media landscape, you remain a reliable and trusted source, a voice of reason and an influential broadcaster. In recognition of your many contributions, the Lasell University Board of Trustees confers upon you the degree of Doctor of Humane Letters, honoris causa, with all the rights and privileges pertaining thereto.
Okay, we're there. Will the candidates for the bachelor and master's degree please stand? Chair DeRoche, on behalf of the faculty, I present to you the members of the graduating class of 2025.
You have completed your classroom work and have been judged by the faculty worthy of receiving the degrees conferred by this university. Now, by the virtue of the authority vested in me by the trustees of Lasell University and the Commonwealth of Massachusetts, I admit you to the master and bachelor's degrees and do grant and confer upon you all the rights, privileges, honors, and dignities pertaining to that degree. Congratulations.
Bachelor's completion degrees. Kassan American. Michael G. Petrie. Master of Business Administration. Abdelmajid Alawad. Dylan Cancella Alves. Elijah Isaias Barriga. Elian Alessandre da Costa Mwanza. Zachary J. Dunnick. Mackenzie Beth Dupree. Cameron Lawrence Goodwin. William Alexander Habig III. Rochelle Olivia Hilton. Colin Edward Ledke. Scott Hayden Lyon. Cassidy Nato. Tate F. Niemela. Victoria Gina Perchinock. Kelvin Leonardo Perez. Erin Rose Sheely. Zachary Ryan Simone. Liliana Arsenio Undavia. Kaylin Fiona Watson. Master of Education in Curriculum, Leadership, and Inclusion. Linda Catherine Soros Borges. Haley Casal. Daria J. Kokic. Master of Education in Elementary Education, Anna Weston Hanesian. Kimberly R. Moran. Master of Education in Moderate Disabilities, Adriana Gabrielle Aponte. Megan A. Beatty. Ashley Jocelyn Creary. Pollyanna Cernobrinya. Yasmara Cuervas. Nuria dos Santos de Vega. Margaret A. DeLuca. Michaela Corinne Dreyer. Jennifer Rose Ferrucci. Eileen Hendrickson. David Riley Honan. Angelique V. Husbands. Albaina Jones. Jessica Lima Guaman. Shay Thomas McIntyre. Darlene Molina. Edward Kin Yun Peng. Marie Rudline Pierre. Oliver Gordon Pruitt Reed. Astrid M. Ray. Isamar Remigio. Rachel Sanchez. Jasmine Talia Sumrall. Jamile Estella Valentin. Amber Chantal Webson. Master of Science in Athletic Training. Abdul Rahman Ihab Alo Salami. Kira M.D. Crossman. Kara Ashley M. Desmond. Tyler Anthony De Palma. Madison Elaine Mentagani. Angelina Vanessa Pierce. Rebecca Marie Smith. Jasmine Lena Williams. Master of Science in Communication, Landon Grace Barry Andres. Caitlin Emily Bedell. Bria Monet Blaylock. Aaron Paul Bolduck. Sabrina Glenda Johnson. Sandra Johnston. Kayleen Marie Sharon. Heather Ann Sullivan. Master of Science in Criminal Justice, Mohammed Mukhtar Abanor. Jason Oliveira Barbosa. Sydney Maria Joyce Carter. Darren Deshaun Edwards. Christopher Hussey. Matthew William McCarthy. Anne Lucina McInnes. Celeste Montero. Carol N. Morse. Erica Natalie Oldham. Allison Raquel Reed. Haley Nicole Sherman. Johanna Francia Snyder. Nadia Patricia Texera. Brianna Marie Velazquez. Master of Science in Human Resources. Natalie Donabedian. Daisy Catherine Esteban Guerrero. Zachary Jonathan Mills. Pumi Mapumelo. And that was the Master of Science in Integrated Marketing Communication. Apologies. We also have the Master of Science in Management, Riley Pierce Grenier. Shawana Watson. Master of Science in Project Management. Topi Quadri Badejo. Miriam Ba. Maria Fernanda Martin. Master of Science in Rehabilitation Science. Angelina Luisa Avatabali. Natalia Heaven Cullen. Katie Marie Hopkins. Caitlin Faith Latour. Master of Science in Sport Management. Jesus Amadeus Garcia. Mackenzie Margaret Lee. Haley Beverly Ploga. Demerick Warren. Master of Science in Medical Science. Moise Ange Matthew Amani. Ayush Bharadwaj. What? Okay.
Danielle Kordamash.
Johnny J. Escobar Zelaya. Just one. Are you? Derek Kyle Pham.
Okay. Our bachelor degree recipients in the front, you may move your tassel from right to left. This now signifies that you are a graduate. All right. Just a few more minutes. It's my pleasure to introduce Jordan Villalon of the Lasell University Alumni Association. Graduates, you can have a seat.
What an absolute honor it is to be one of the first to welcome you to the Lasell alumni community. Give it up for yourselves, class of 2025. As you heard before, the tools will get lighter and you will get better. What I ask for you all is to come back, stay engaged with Lasell, because Lasell continues to be all about the people. As I look into the crowd, as I come back on campus, I see so many familiar faces, so many new faces, and it's such a full circle moment because I was sitting in your seats and I leaned on folks like the folks behind me and like folks sitting in the crowds. I ask you to become those folks for future lasers, and let's go out there and be incredible together. Congratulations, class of 2025.
To our graduates, go forever forward. Honor what you received today and add boldly and beautifully to the legacy you now inherit. This now concludes the 171st commencement in the long and rich history of this vibrant academic institution. I ask that all guests remain seated as best you can until the platform guests and the graduates have recessed. Please join us in the Athletic Center for a reception. Please stand right now for the singing of the alma mater and the delivery of the benediction.
Firmly bound by bonds unbroken, love for all Lasell. Take we now our pledge outspoken, ere to guard her well. Alma mater fidelitas, pledge girls for loyalty. Sing we now before we part, will ever faithful be. Bright school days are quickly past, enjoy them while you may. Memories still shall
Friends, please join me in a closing blessing benediction. God, thank you for this day that you have given us. Today is a day of new beginnings. We give thanks for parents, family, and friends, for everyone who has shaped the journeys of these students. Today, remind us that we are called to be your instruments on earth. You have no hands on earth now but ours. May we be and spread love to all whom we meet, spreading and seeking deeper knowledge, but tempering knowledge with wisdom and compassion. May we boldly seek new experiences that open our mind and our heart, that make us receptive vessels to be blessings to others. At the center of it all, may we remember your love given so abundantly to each of us. You call each of us by name, and you call us beloved. As we enter this adventure together, may we discern and live out who we are called to be in this world, how we are called to serve. Most of all, may we remember that love is above all. That as the Apostle Paul says, if I understand all mysteries and all knowledge but don't have love, I am a noisy gong or a clanging cymbal. Help me to love myself fully and to see the divinity in every living being. As we go forth into this world, may we become the change we seek for in a world that longs for the gifts we have to give. May we learn from books, but also from our own life experience, deepening our knowledge and opening the wisdom of the heart. In your name we pray. Amen.